Hello, everybody, and welcome to this MBL webinar. And the subject of this webinar is corporate governance, navigating new regulations, risks, and boardroom priorities. Before we sort of dive in, just a very quick word as to who this is aimed at and how I've pitched it. So I'm assuming that most of you will either advise boards or senior management, whether it's in-house or whether in practice, rather than sitting on them yourselves. And so throughout, I'll be looking at the developments through the advisor's lens, not just, what is this rule, but also things like what is the client exposure, what's the practical advice, and what is the evidence that the board will need to be able to point to. So this is very much designed for people who already have the fundamentals of corporate governance under their belts. If you need a refresher on corporate governance, there's plenty of content on the MBL website. But for now, we're going to assume that the fundamentals are already in place. So this is very much aimed at those who want a 2026 update. What's changed, what boards are being asked to do differently, and how you can help clients translate that into board agenda items, evidence, controls, and reporting. 2026 thus far has genuinely been what I might describe as an inflection point. In the space of over a few months, we've seen the United Kingdom's new internal controls declaration go live. We've seen the EU substantially rewrite its sustainability rulebook. We've seen the EU's landmark AI law move into its main enforcement phase. So the ground has shifted for boards. And this is very important for us as advisors. When the law changes incrementally, you tend to find that clients try and manage it themselves. It can't be that difficult if it's just a little change here and a little change there. And then they tend to sit in front of you when things go wrong. However, when several regimes shift all at once, and they're shifting in different directions, some are tightening up and some are loosening a little bit, then I tend to think that clients can lose their footing, and that's very much where we step in. That's precisely the time that they're going to need us to give them advice. And it's probably precisely the point at which our advice is going to be most valuable. So the aim today is to give you those insights. And so when that client call comes, you are well placed to answer the query. So by the end of the session, the aim will be that you're going to be able to kind of identify the key regulatory shifts, the direction of travel that we are going in, to be able to translate those changes in that direction of travel into priorities for your clients,